Hi Libras, how are y'all doing? My name is Marla, so this is that word from Mars Tarot, and I'm here to do a love reading for y'all. Um, I'm new to YouTube, but I have been doing readings for a while, for years at this point. And we're just giving YouTube a try and hoping that it can be long term over here. This is a new deck, so I may end up reading from the book if I feel called to. However, let's get into it. Love messages for the Libra placements: Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, and Rising, maybe North Node or South Node. All right, let's go. Sorry, Lola, my dog does not like when I'm pulling cards. Love messages for the Libra placements. You could be connected to a Virgo or have a Virgo placement, because a card that just came out in their reading popped out. Two cards just popped out from their reading. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. I said one. This is too many. And look at y'all coming out in your own reading. Okay, you have a lot of major arcana cards here. So, major arcana cards are bordered in black and they carry a heavier energy within the reading. So, let's see. This card, I haven't seen this card yet in the deck, so I'm probably going to end up reading what that one means. Oh, the moon. Okay. So the signs I see here, let me tell you. I see, and what's this one? Just to double check. Okay. Ooh, excuse me, it's late for me, y'all. So I see Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn. Actually, you have all the water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra, and Taurus. So again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For Earth, Taurus, and Capricorn. And then we have Libra and Sagittarius. All right. So the overall energy of the spread is to confront. All right. The key words here are fear, question, explore, courage, illusion, and clarity. So introspection and clarity are important at this time. Feelings that have lain dormant are now coming to the surface. They have been part of your subconscious for some time. They're referred to as your shadow self and represent all of your fears and delusions regarding matters of the heart. You may have concerns about examining these issues, but know that when an issue rises to the surface, it's ready to be faced and healed. Have the courage to acknowledge and confront these newly emerging feelings. Look at them from all sides and try to determine where they first came from. When and how were they planted in your subconscious? Question the validity of these feelings. Often they were based on your childhood imagination and are no more than illusions. They're not appropriate for your adult relationships, yet they persist. They're not based on reality, but they're powerful influences and can affect your relationships in major ways. They can even prevent a romantic relationship from manifesting, which is very true. Have the courage to explore your beliefs and misconceptions about love. You may find that these emerging feelings are based not only on your limited perceptions, but also on what you actually saw or experienced as a child. Know that whatever your reality was then, it does not have to be your reality now. You are no longer that person. Examine these feelings and gain clarity on who you are and what is true for you regarding your relationships. Affirmation. I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. All right. So it is time for you to confront your delusions, essentially. Your delusions, your illusions, like things that you really did experience growing up, because that stuff, it sounds like, is your shadow side is impacting your relationships. So I feel like, so we have observe here, and it is time to, I feel like, for you to take a step back and to look at yourself. All right. Excuse me, but to pay attention to cycles that you're putting yourself through. All right. We have observe. This is the Hangman in traditional tarot, and this is for known for as a sign of Pisces. This is about releasing, surrendering, reconsidering, patience, cycles, and perspective. There's a new understanding around you in relation to matters of the heart that wants to be revealed to you, but like, you have to be observant. So now is not the time for you to like really take action. I think it's more so time for you to like sit with yourself and like confront some things within yourself, but it's not time to like, I feel like you need to observe and reflect and surrender, because you know you're actually supposed to maybe end up being in a space of releasing soon and transforming, not necessarily like being in relationship. So we have this Master card here. This is the Devil in traditional tarot, and first sign of Capricorn. Okay. And so it's time for you to master your emotions, like master yourself, master the things that you say to yourself, like mastering, you know, things that restrict you, negativity and doubt, like your fears and you questioning your own value and if you're worthy or if you'll ever find love or if you're, you know, lovable, all of those things. All right. If you don't control these thoughts, they will manifest into more destructive, you know, cycles. And from what I see here, it's like you're supposed to be breaking those. All right. You're supposed to be breaking those and not remaining like stuck. Make sure you're asking, speaking up about your needs in your relationships. And if you're not doing so, sit back and discover what's holding you back. So this reading for you, Libras, is really about self-reflection and transforming and observing and being patient with this whole entire process and being patient with yourself. All right. So, yeah. And once you release your fears and you do this self-work, you will actually open your heart. Some of you may already be in this process, so you're awaiting the results. This is a physical card, so you may be growing impatient because you feel like you're not really seeing the fruits of your labor, but it's not time. You have to be patient. For some of you, this may be like over the next 6 months. All right. So what are we? We're in the end of January, so you may not really see the fruits of your labor until July. All right. There's the 7 at the top. All right. You may not see the fruits of your labor till July. So be serious and intentional about putting this work in. Okay. Some of you may end up reconciling with a past person. That's come up in a couple of readings. This came up in the Virgo reading. So you may have a Virgo placement or be connected to a Virgo. Or a Sagittarius. A person who's a Sagittarius may help you with this, or maybe you'll reconnect with a Sagittarius. But I do see balance here, all right, which is about renewal, acknowledge, compromise, equality, harmony, and healing. And this is also a card that is reminding you to remember that balance is important in all aspects of life, but it is especially important in relationships, both with yourself and with others. So when you're in relationships, you have to make sure not to get lost in a person and be so consumed in it. Like, you got to take care of you always. Libras, people say that Libras are balanced. I personally don't believe that. I personally believe that Libras are kind of, their scales are always like tilted. And maybe that's just like more so unhealed Libras or more immature Libras, but I feel like they want balance, but I feel like it's always even ever so slightly that their scales are like tipped. And so you have to remember, though, that you want balance, like, you know, in your life, and that you and your partner, whoever you're with, that like neither one of you dominates one another. So if compromise is not present, the relationship is not going to be harmonious. So you guys have to be willing to give and receive, and, you know, to find a middle ground to make sure that both of your needs are met. The affirmation for this card is, I embrace our differences and bring balance and healing to my relationships. All right. The last card we have here, we have the Empress, and that's you, Libra. That's for sign of Libra and Taurus. And so, Libra, some of you may be pregnant. Some of you may get pregnant soon. Some of you may have a Libra friend or placement who gets pregnant, and that doesn't mean it has to be their sun sign. It could be their sun, moon, Venus, Mars, or rising, north node, or south node. Maybe that's what somebody's waiting for. Maybe somebody here may end up being in relationship, and you guys may struggle, have been struggling like to like conceive, and so you're awaiting like results. This is the Empress nurture card. This is about cherishing something, nourishing, blossoming, abundance, nature, and creativity. Now, this doesn't always have to be pregnancy, but this is about nurturing what's in front of you, right? So this reminds you to tend to the garden. Like, your garden is not going to blossom and grow if you're not feeding it the right soil, if you're not watering your crops, if you're not spraying, like, stuff, for pesticides and stuff not to get to your crop, if you're not covering your garden effectively, so squirrels, deer, etc. can't get to it, right? You have to tend to your garden. So this is something that's important too. Make sure that you're taking care of your relationship with yourself and nurturing your soul. However, like, nurture your mind and then nurture the relationships that you have. And nurture the goodness in something. Or this also could be about, Libra, like you nurturing things that are important to you and that you care about. Like, maybe sometimes you neglect your partner's needs and you're more so worried about your own. Or maybe that's what your partner does to you. Yeah. Affirmation, I shower all my relationships with loving attention and watch them blossom. But you also got to do that with you. I'm majorly feeling that this is about like you. At the bottom of the deck we have release, so that's sign of Scorpio. All right, so this is when you discard something, shed, end, transformation, freedom, empowerment. All right, there is an opportunity for renewal. Look at that. Look what's underneath. That's wild. Two of Cups is underneath this transform. So how you choose to transform or not is going to impact like whether your soulmate comes to you or not, or whether you all like, come back together. And some of you have attachment issues, like codependency issues. Look that up. Like, even in a good relationship, holding on too tightly doesn't allow the relationship to breathe, grow, and mature. Like, obsessiveness and possessiveness, Libra, is not love. It's not. Sometimes you really do have to let things and people go in order to see if they love you and if they come, back. Or, sometimes you just in a healthy relationship, you don't got to be up the person's butt all day, every day to know that they love you. Are you restricting someone or trying to attract someone through your will? So you have to discard any need for control and see how the relationship transforms. Okay. Let's pull these oracle cards. My throat is dry, baby. I don't know if I'm dehydrated or what. Love messages for Libra. Three more. Three more. Two more. One more. Okay. So I'm not taking all the rest of those that just fell down, but I want y'all to know all the rest of those cards just fell out after I saw the card They Miss You. So somebody may be missing you bad, Libra, or you may be missing somebody bad. Also, apply this how you see fit. This may not only be about a lover. It could be about a family member. It could be about a friend. It could be about anybody that you love. So at the bottom of the deck, we still have still angry or hurt. So there's someone here, Libra, that you're connected to that you're still angry or hurt by. Or vice versa. All right. So we have they will reach out. So for some of you, again, this is someone that, you're, disconnected from. We have guilt. Both of these two came out in the Virgo reading. So again, if you're connected to a Virgo, I would highly, connected or disconnected, I would highly encourage you to watch that reading. We have ex or past love. Ex or past love. I do feel like your fears and the way that you think and the way that you operate and all of that, it's due to some inner child trauma. So you may need to reparent yourself. The trauma you experience is not your fault, but reparenting yourself, you have to do that. Excuse me, your trauma is not your responsibility, but healing from it is, right? We have this is the one. And then we have they miss you. All right. Ooh, so I was a professional yapper for this one, Libras, but that's on brand for air signs. I do have a Libra Venus. So anyway, this is what I have for y'all. Let me know if it resonates. Please like this video, and subscribe if you like it or love it here. See you next time.